11 years ago today, U.S. forces thundered into Iraq at the start of a war that would last nearly 9 years. Tonight, the chairman of Starbucks will announce a $30 million gift to help war vets. Howard Schultz told us that he fears that with the wind down in Afghanistan now, some Americans may forget too quickly about the needs of the 2.5 million who have served. Tell me about one thing that the $30 million is going to go to that you think is really important.
I think one thing that is necessary is a comprehensive mechanism for job training. But another is the fact that, depending on who you're talking to, 20, 30, 40% of the 2 million people who have served are coming back with some kind of brain trauma or PTS. So we're going to fund the opportunity for significant research and for medical practitioners and science to understand the disease and ultimately, hopefully, come up with some level of remedy.
More research for post-traumatic stress syndrome?
Yes.
And more research for traumatic brain injury?
That's correct. The truth of the matter is, and I say this with respect, more often than not, the government does a much better job of sending people to war than they do bringing them home. These young men and women who are coming home from multiple deployments are not coming home to a parade. They're not coming home to a celebration. They're coming home to an American public that really doesn't understand and never embraced what these people have done.
What they've done, Schultz says, is incredibly valuable to American business. These returning troops have management skills that you can't get any other way.
No.
No Harvard Business School is ever going to teach you how to lead people into combat.
This is something very, very different, and these life skills can't be taught. And what I'm saying is that they're extraordinarily valuable to any business, any institution, any enterprise.
You were recently at Walter Reed Army Hospital. What did you see there? What was that experience like? What did you learn?
I was not mentally prepared or emotionally prepared for what we saw at Walter Reed. And a young 21-year-old warrior who had lost both his legs was being wheeled around by his mother. And you ask yourself, if that was my son or my daughter, how would we respond? And I think my responsibility now is I have seen things and I've heard things and I've met these people and their families, and you just can't be a bystander. You have to do everything you can to tell their story and help them.
In addition to his charitable gift, Howard Schultz told us that Starbucks will hire 10,000 vets or their spouses over the next 5 years. The Pentagon reminded us today that 6,801 Americans have lost their lives in Iraq and Afghanistan.